Welcome. Do you ever find it hard to just settle down and focus on something in particular? Do you ever have those times when you struggle to just really fix your mind on certain things, certain tasks, things that you might want to be focused on, but your mind just keeps drifting away, getting distracted by other things? I'm sure you know exactly what I mean, don't you? How there's those times when you can find that your mind feels like it's kind of overworked, overfilled with too many bits and pieces to be able to really focus properly. All packed full and crammed with all kinds of trivia, all that knowledge you've accumulated across the course of the year. Some of it important, some of it not so much, because there's a lot that happens over time, isn't there? A lot that your mind holds on to, takes in, even though you might be unconscious of each little detail going in, as it weighs down your thoughts a little bit further each time, clutters your mind a little bit more, and maybe it doesn't always seem as though you're taking in that much information in the day-to-day. But it all adds up, doesn't it? As the weeks go by, and then months, and then another whole year has passed before you know it. And there's always such a lot going on, it never seems to stop, does it? All the things that need to be done, and all the things that you want to do, things you've been planning to do when life calms down a bit. But life never does seem to calm down, does it? There's things that have happened that might have changed suddenly and you're trying to adapt, or maybe there's other things that have been going on in just the same way for so long. You don't even remember how long it's been. And there's things that have happened in the past that are still on your mind. And there's things that are coming up in the future that you don't feel quite prepared for yet. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I know I feel like I just want a completely fresh start. To clear it all out completely. Clear out everything inside your mind and begin all over again with a clean, empty slate. Do you ever feel like that? And sometimes it feels as though maybe if we could just clean out our minds like that, just as if we're cleaning the house or cleaning out a room, maybe your office or study space. If we could file away all those stray thoughts, just as if they were messy papers that we could put away in a drawer, and throw out the ones we don't need anymore, and switch off and unplug all those devices that need rebooting and updating, and wipe all the surfaces nice and thoroughly, and just give everything a really methodical clean out, a completely fresh start, creating a pristine, empty workspace for us to start again. And sometimes it feels like if we could do that to our minds as well, just clean them out and freshen them up, and then maybe that fresh start might help you to get that kind of focus that you want. Help you find a fresh burst of motivation to tackle that task you've been trying to get done. That creative spark you've been looking for, that determination to finish the project you've been thinking about finishing for so long. And so, in this file, as you begin to listen, what I'd like you to do is to think of a task or a project like that. Something that's been in the back of your mind. And maybe it might be a resolution of sorts, a habit you've been trying to build. Or maybe it's a task you've been putting off for a while. Or it might be a completely new project you've been hoping to get started on, but never quite found the time to begin. And maybe it's something to do with work, or improving your living space at home. Maybe it's something creative and fun and different. Or maybe it's something mundane and a little bit boring and you just need to get it done. But whatever it is, as you focus on that one thing, that task or project or resolution, and just keep it there in the back of your mind for now. And what we're going to do now is we clean your mind out together and clear out all the mess and the clutter that's accumulated over the years, that we're going to give you a fresh start, a new sense of purpose, creating a sense of space and emptiness in your mind so that you can feel that fresh burst of energy to take on that project and to relish the process of getting it done, to really feel the reward and the excitement of being able to achieve something or embark on something new, and feel how that process nourishes your mind. That's right. And just like a clean house or a clean office, a clean workspace can help us feel more inspired, more motivated, more primed to work on something new. So that can be the effect with a lovely, clean mind. But of course, whenever we clean something properly, whenever we give it a really deep clean, well, first, we need to make sure we prepare it carefully for the cleaning process, don't we? And if we're going to wipe down a desk or a workbench, and wipe the dirt and the dust off the computer monitor and keyboard and all those things that go into making a space nice and clean and shiny, well, first you have to turn off the computer and any other equipment that needs cleaning, and put away any files that you're working on. Make sure all the surfaces are nice and clear and empty, so that we can give it all a thorough wipe down and rub away all that dirt and grime. And of course, any complex piece of equipment, if we're going to clean it properly, well, it just makes sense that we need to switch it off first, don't we? And so that's what we're going to do now with your mind, before I give it a nice, deep clean. That's right. I'm going to turn your mind off. That's right. Very good. Going so nice and blank for me. And now I'm going to take you right down, even more deeply, into blank, empty mindlessness. As I switch your mind off at an even deeper level, so that your unconscious mind can easily take in everything I'm saying, while the rest of your mind is simply doing nothing at all. That's right. And in just a moment, as I count you down nice and slowly, from 10 all the way down to 1, you might find as the numbers drift gradually downwards that you can almost feel the way your mind is also drifting with each number and shifting further and deeper into that empty, quiet, beautifully suggestible state while you follow my words all the way down. 10, as we begin that lovely slow progression downwards. 9, as you breathe in nice and deep and breathe all the way out again. That's right. 8, simply following each number as you listen. 7, focusing even deeper on my words as you follow. 6, with your thoughts getting all slippery and fuzzy now as they seem to slide away at the edges. 5, till you find all that you can hold on to is the sound of my voice. 4, as it's filling your mind with the blissful sensations of trance. 3, because you know deep down that it's easy to be hypnotized. That's right. 2, sinking all the way down now. All the way down to 1, as I switch your mind off. Very good. And now that the conscious part of your mind is completely switched off, and your unconscious can simply automatically take in everything I say, and maybe you'll forget to remember the things that are taking place while you're blank and empty down here. And that's okay, because you don't need to think about how all the scattered thoughts and all the bits and pieces that were there accumulating in your mind and filling it up have just all slipped away easily now. Slipping and sliding all the way down until they've melted in a little puddle on the ground. Because you can't hold on to anything inside your empty mind right now, can you? It's all fuzzy and blank and empty except for my sticky voice that sticks and holds your focus here in this moment. And even these words that I'm speaking are slipping and sliding around so that each word seems to disappear almost as soon as I've spoken it. And it's hard to remember even what I was saying at the start of this sentence, isn't it? But that's okay, because your subconscious is still taking it all in without you needing to think at all. Just an empty, mindless subject for me. That's right. Doing so well for me. And what I'm going to do is take this nice, empty, switched off mind and give it a deep, thorough, clean, wiping away all the surfaces and putting back one by one all those thoughts that had slipped away, putting them back nice and neatly in their place, filed away in their proper drawers so they won't distract you at all. You won't need to look at them until you're nice and ready, and they'll be there again when you need them, easily accessible. And now that we've got a nice, clean space here in your mind to work with all of that clutter wiped completely away, you're nice and ready for that fresh start. And back at the beginning of this trance, all the way back when you started playing this file, you kept in your mind a particular task or project. And now that your mind has been so beautifully emptied and deeply cleaned, you'll find that you have a comfortable, pleasant workspace there in your mind that makes you feel excited about working on that task or project. And after this trance is over, as you find your mind feeling so clean and refreshed, you'll find that it's easy to feel motivated to tackle that thing you were thinking of, whatever it might be, because your mind will be fresh and ready and in just the right space to begin working on it, to want to work on it. And when your mind switches back on again in just a moment, you'll know just how you want to begin that task. And once you've begun, you'll feel a burst of deep pleasure and satisfaction that'll grow even more the more effort you put into working on that task. And in just a moment, I'm going to wake you up again. Now that your thoughts are all nicely filed away and your mind is all refreshed and clean and ready to take on something new, as I switch your mind on. That's right. Welcome back. And you might still feel a little bit dazed even after that mind on trigger. So I'll give you another more gradual wakener as well. And you're getting ready to wake up now on the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and wake. Welcome back. I hope you enjoy your fresh start. I think you're going to be very productive, don't you? Well done.